morning. I'm trying not to be Crash Bandicoot this morning. I've had to put my studio lights on. They might be a bit shadowy, but I hope it works better. Because if I turn them off, they don't look too good. But anyway, I hope you can hear me and everything. Let me just get you guys up on my computer so I can see who is actually here. I was going to be organised this morning. I always say this, don't I? Right, this morning. Anyway, you can look at this. This is a. Can you see? Yeah, this is a painting I did a while back. It's sold. It's got lots of texture and poppies in it. I did it for. I think they sold it for auction at an auction for the poppy appeal. So oh look, I found myself. I can see who's here. Sorry, I haven't said any hello to anyone. Hi Manly, hello. So I'm just going to watch the adverts. Skip the ads, right? Yeah, so this is what I'm going to attempt this morning. This painting was a bit bigger, so I'm doing a smaller one today. Sorry, I've got stuff over here. I did create a bit of texture on this down here with this. So I'm going to be doing one of those. Doing one of these, so I've just got that over here just for a bit of inspo. It won't be exactly the same, but I'm trying to paint something similar. It's always weird. I never know where to start because I painted that ages ago. Morning, Lisa. Good morning. Good morning. I hope everything's clear and you can hear me all fine. It doesn't look too bad, does it? Actually. So I've got like everything sort of here. Ready. I haven't touched my hands. I can't find my spray bottle. It's probably fallen on the floor somewhere. So my paint isn't very wet at the minute. And I haven't changed my water as usual. Nothing changes. Right, this is my palette. I know it scares people. Most of the paint on here, because I always get asked what paint I use, is most of it's Winsor & Newton Artist Quality, apart from the sap green, which is down here. And I'm not sure where everything is. And then I've got Daniel Smith's and a few Van Gogh dusky colours and things. So that's what this palette is. Morning, Barbara. How are you? Hope your knee's okay. So I'm start off with sorry, my hair. Wild dreads everywhere. If you hear strange noises in the background, it's my dog. He's asleep on the bed because I'm painting from my bedroom. So I'm just going to wet the paper to begin with. I think I use this big cat's tongue brush, which is by Zen Art Royal Langnickel. Does it say size? Yeah, it's a 1 inch, 25 millimeters. There we go. So I'm just going to slap on some clean water. It's supposed to be clean, okay, but it's not because I forgot to change it. I'm terrible. So this is going to be like quite quick, and then I'm going to dry it and then paint into it. Hopefully, I might have to finish it off tomorrow if it doesn't dry. I have got my dryer down here, but I don't like using it because I like the texture to come out. So I've got all different reds, so I like to use the like orangey yellow and the quinacridone gold. So you'll see me using the lighter colours first. And remember, when you're painting in watercolour, it dries a lot lighter than you anticipate it to. So just keep that in mind. So I'm just sort of like dropping in the main poppies where they're going to be, and I'm going to go a bit I'm not sure what colour this is here. It's not ultramarine blue. I am not entirely sure. It might be. Sorry, I'm having to scrub it a bit because it's dried out a bit because I haven't used them since last week. Normally I spray them before I come on, but I haven't. I can't find my spray bottle. I'll have to find that in a minute. So this is what I normally do. Just slap some paint on. You have to be a bit fearless with this, otherwise it doesn't work. Splash some more paint in. And I like adding a bit of browny, orangey, burnt umbery. I just like go around all my palette. So if it's knocking I shouldn't. It's on my board and it shouldn't be really. The camera's moved. So if it keeps knocking, just stick a bit of brown. Stick a bit of brown there, and then hopefully I might even add some, because I like the way it makes a texture. I have got a purple that makes a texture, but I've got Lunar Black with a bit of that purple stuffed in it. And I want it to be quite dark in places. That purple looks nice actually. I'm not quite sure what purple. It's a dusty purple from Van Gogh make. Can someone say something on the chat so I know it's working, because I can't see. I can't see if it's working. It's sort of stuck, unless nobody wants to talk to me this morning. Sometimes it decides it's not going to be live anymore without telling me, so I'm just painting. Maybe it's got stuck. I can see no, it must be live because I'm watching myself. I'm going to add a bit of bleach. Thank you, Lisa. Sometimes I wonder, I'm like, are there people there? Yeah, there are. I know there are. Come and say hi if you're watching. You can ask me anything you like. Well, with consideration. This is just a skewer thing, a bamboo skewer thing. I might stick a bit of this down at the bottom. Sorry if it keeps knocking. I've accidentally got my camera resting on the tripod, resting on my board, which it shouldn't be. It isn't normally there. So I know it looks a bit of a mess in a minute, but it's going to turn out good. I promise. This is what I'm painting. If you missed the beginning, this is what I'm painting. This is one I painted yonks ago. So I'm doing one similar, if I can remember how I did it. So the camera's going to be jumping up. See, you can see the texture. Oh, I'm such a klutz, I really am. Someone wrote they enjoyed what a comedian I am with myself, so I'm not going to apologise for being a bit of a klutz. There we go. That's funny, Barbara. Barbara said she had to go at some loosey-goosey poppies, but it wasn't fit for human consumption. I bet you had fun trying though. I never know if these are going to turn out okay, but because that's my horizon line. If anyone's wondering what I've done, this is just blotting paper. Let's add a bit of salt because that's always fun, and that bit of salt. It's got lots of texture in this, so that's what I'm trying to create, and I want a nice yellow and green to slap on. Just slap it on. There's like a bud, so there's a bud there. That's not quite as yellow as I wanted it to be, but anyway, there we go. I'm sure I used some acrylic ink in this somewhere. Hi Nora. Hello. Right, I need to do some more blotting. Sorry if the camera shakes. I need to adjust that for Friday. Didn't realise it was on the board. Pencils are good for like, these are watercolour pencils, so I'm still watercolour painting. thing turns out different. If you have a go, please tag me. You can tag me in my Facebook or Instagram. I love seeing what people create, but don't directly copy. Come up with your own ideas. You can copy if you're not going to be selling it or anything, just for your own fun. That's fine. I like to see what people create. It's good, and you do learn by copying other artists. That's how I've learned anyway throughout the years. Right, let's add some darker stems. I've got like a pencil. Where's my pencil shop? There it is. It's coming together. I think someone also said that there's lots of steps, and yeah, there's lots of steps. It's not just a simple like painting process, but it's quite quick when I do it. This is going to be quite different to the one I've just done, so I wanted to add a little highlights, lots of blotting. Do I need a bit more red? I don't think so. Let's add some nice dark. I've got this lovely green from Van Gogh green, which is really dark and grainy, and it's really nice. Quite like it. Add some stems and little buds. So there's going to be a bud here, but it's got a bit taken over. How's the weather, Lisa, down in Sussex? I just got back and it was awful. It was horrible. Wind, really windy. Rain. Watched the fireworks from the flat there, which was good. I stayed in. We're not going out there. It looked nasty. And there's people with umbrellas and that, and everyone just got winds like blown away completely. It was good though. I was surprised they still had it on. I'm just sort of waiting for this to dry a bit and letting the watercolour do what it wants. You can see the salt beginning to work. Because my pen, if I can find it, oh no, this pen, there we go, is waterproof. I might sort of start adding some details in so I can draw. This poppy here was quite had quite a few details. Normally I do this with paint and that, but I quite like this pen, and it means I can be quite quick because I can draw into it because it's waterproof and it's not going anywhere. It's just going to go where I put it because it is waterproof. So I can just draw over the wet paint, if you know what I mean. That's what I'm doing. And I might like suggest, I might come in with the white neo colour or something, just to pick out some little highlights. I think I did that in that other one, and I had some Posca pens, I think. I don't think I've got my Posca pen up here though. Yes, I have. I've just seen it. So I want this poppy to be coming from this direction, and then they're all coming from there. And here is I did quite a big stem for this one. It came over the top. This is here to create a bit of texture underneath, but I'll take it off in a minute. So if every time I bash on the thing, the camera wobbles. Don't bash on the table today. And I try and remember not to do every one the same. Oh, I don't know. I could do. I don't know if anyone's going to want it. I used to do that, didn't I? I've forgotten that. If you buy it now, I put my prices up so it might scare people with inflation and all that. I know I sell my paintings too cheaply normally. We'll see how it turns out. No, it's going to be nice. I've got this feeling. I'm going to do one for, I think I'll do one for the 11th. Is it Friday? Is Friday the 11th, Remembrance Day? And then Sunday, it's Remembrance Sunday. So I might do a auction for charity on Friday. But it means I might have to set up it on Facebook so people can see and do it a bit later in the day, or I'll give people a warning what I'm doing, maybe, possibly. And then I'll put all the proceeds I make from it to the poppy appeal. Just blotting a bit of this off. I love how that's like gone shh up there. Do you like the sound effects? If anybody feels the need to purchase this painting that I'm doing now, you can start off by saying I'll give you so much for it. And then we'll see how it goes. I don't know. Well, maybe I'm going to get a neo colour. I haven't got the nice neo. My neo colours are awful, look. I've used them so much. These are really old though, these ones. These are my newer ones, and these are the old ones. I've had these for like since they came out, I think. Neo Colour 2's the water solubility ones, so it's still watercolour. I'm not a purist watercolour, so I'm not worried too much about such things. Just give that a little bit of detail in the middle. Let's drop a bit of watercolour in. Sort of a dark green. It's still really wet, so it's still going to smoosh everywhere. Oh, thank you, Melanie. And a bit of blotting. I think the original one of this one, which I'm trying to sort of recreate, this one went for like 300 quid or something. And that was for the poppy appeal. Smoosh that in there a bit. Doesn't look much at the minute, but it's going to look brilliant. I want it to be drier quicker so I can start doing a few more things. You can see like the texture that's caused, so I'm not going to play around too much with that bit because I quite like it, but I want to do some stems and blot out a little bit. I'm trying to keep like a bit of light going through the background. And I might do another little bit of red down here. It needs like a poppy, a blob. Just give it, let's get that texture-y. I just wanted it to blend in a bit with the background. Finger painting. I always do a bit of finger painting. Oh, thank you, Melanie. Yeah, I remember that one. It's a square one, isn't it? Squarish painted. I'm going to get my dry up. So you'll have to just bear with me whilst I dry this a bit, and then I can sort of finish it for proper. I don't want the paint to run, so I'm being quite gentle with my industrial heat gun. So it dries quite quick. I've got quite a lot of nice texture going on. And you can see how lighter it's got, except for the dark background bit. I try not to burn my foot. I'm putting it on the floor. Don't burn yourself on it because it's nasty. Right, now I can add a bit more detail to this. I've got my Posca pen, if it's going to work. It's not very... I'd sort of highlighted the edges with yellow as well, but I don't think I used the or maybe I did use the Posca, the Neo colours, just like highlighted the petals a bit. You might see this sort of starting to spring to life a bit now. What number poppy painting this is? This is number 3. Yeah, I've done this since starting this thing that I was doing. I don't know. Yeah, it must be. I've still got them down here. I haven't put them up for sale yet. They will be up. They'll all be up for sale. White Posca pen, because we like a little bit of drama. The little bits just to come alive. I don't just for mortuary. That's what I hate about Posca. I had a dream the other night. I must have been using Posca pens because I was dreaming about that flooding. That flooding when you use them and press down too hard and they flood everywhere. You're like, no. I'm letting that all squidge into that colour. This one. What did I do on that other one? I'm trying to think. I think it just had more shadow on it. And I like coming in with a bit of pencil, and it's broken. So it's getting a bit short, this one. I don't want to go too mad with the yellow, but it looks nice. So no, don't do that. Just like add in some highlights. When does the painting start to become mixed media? It's not, because it's all water soluble, so it makes it all watercolour, doesn't it? It does in my book anyway. Let's add a bit of like a dirty red, colour. Don't want it too thick. So this is where I lick my brush. Bit of dry brush. These are windswept poppies. And this one, here. If I give that a stalk, it might make a bit more sense. If you know what I mean. This one, it's got fluff. Some stalks. Put some more stalks in here and there, and then I'm going to put some little buds in. Put one here. And then I think I had in the other one, I had some, like when they've gone to seed, they stand straight up. I'm not sure if that's going to just look a bit silly. I got a shaky hand this morning. Why have I got a shaky hand? It's not very good at doing small lines. There we go. That's okay. Stick some more in. So it's very quiet here. Can you hear the birds singing? I've forgotten I was doing this, making this a bit more prominent. I need a yellowy green for the stem on this. Oh, it's not working. I must have some gunk over it. It's good, isn't it? Should add some bits. This needs something down here. And give it some. It's where the light's catching the edge of the petal. This is where I get a bit too carried away with all the little bits. Nearly done, and then I might reveal it from underneath the horrible manky green tape I've got around the edge. I don't think I'm going to fiddle around too much with it now. I think I'm sort of done. She says. Oh no, I'm going to sharpen my Neo colour. Or you're going to have lots of babies. Baby birds, little babies. I loved it when I hatched my quails. They were so cute. I haven't got quails anymore. I think I need to stop fiddling, she says as she carries on. It's just like, I just want to pick out a few little highlights. You can see that's like the distance and the poppies there. Oh, cool. Right, I'm just going to heat this up and then it'll make it easier for me to peel the tape off. In theory, anyway. Hang on. Just heat around here. Just peel this off quickly. This is just washi tape, cheap washi tape. We can buy like loads of different colours of it. I don't really use it to stop the paper from crinkling. I just use it because sometimes I tip my paper up and that, and it's nice to have it on a board. And it does give it a nice edge for when someone wants to frame the painting. So there we go. I should like have a dinner without all this stuff everywhere. That's finished. It's not too bad, is it? Now I haven't got a mat to put around it. I should get one up here. So I'm up in my bedroom. Everything's down in my studio. This is the other one. And this is the new one. There we go. Oh gosh, my Siri's talking to me now. It's going to ask me what I want. Ding. Oh, thank you, Barbara. So go and have a splash around, see what you can create. Remember, the watercolour dries a lot lighter than you expect it to, so you have to be really bold to begin with if you want to have a go. Because a lot of people try and recreate something like this, and it turns out really pale and not intense enough. So remember, just go mad with the pigment. Anyway, thank you for joining me. It's Wednesday today. I keep forgetting. I hope my son put the bins out, actually, to go and wake him up. I will be back on Friday, and I might do, if I've got time, I'm not sure if I'm going to have time, but I might do one for auction for the poppy appeal. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. Please give me a thumbs up if you haven't already, because it gets my video seen. The more thumbs up I get, or thumbs down, doesn't really matter. So thanks anyway, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you same time, same place, 7:30 a.m. It's changed now. It's not summertime, is it? It's Greenwich Mean Time, UK time. Okay, thank you, and I'll see you on Friday. Bye.